Okay, so welcome back. Today we are going to be giving Cliff Notes version of the IG Live I posted today talking about business structure. Yes, you heard that right, business structure. Okay, so answering your questions, what is an LLC, what is an S Corp, what is a C Corp, all of those things. We're gonna discuss that here today, okay? So if you're the type of person where you can't stand listening to people's replays of IGs, this is for you. I will give you the Cliff Notes high-level version. If you need the details, go back and watch the live. I'm sorry, we can't fit them all into this little video, but I'm gonna do my best to summarize at a high level everything you need to know about what we discussed this morning in my IG Live, okay? So, what you need to know: LLC, S Corp, C Corp, okay? From the perspective of the IRS, we're gonna be talking about different perspectives. So you have the state perspective, Illinois, Texas, Wyoming, and then you have the federal perspective, which is the IRS, okay? And they have very different perspectives about what they consider entities, what they consider taxable entities, and for different purposes. So, LLC. From the IRS perspective, it's not a real organization. They don't care about it. From the IRS perspective, they care about individuals, corporations, not-for-profits. We can go down that list, but for right now, we're gonna just focus on individuals and corporations. An LLC is not a corporation in the IRS perspective, okay? Sorry to break it to you, it is what it is. So, what is an LLC? What's the purpose of it? I'm here to answer that for you. The purpose of an LLC is to give you that legal shield that you need from a state perspective to basically separate the business, your business, from yourself. What does that mean? I'm gonna break it down for you. Okay, cool. I'm a hairstylist as well. I'm a licensed cosmetologist as well as a licensed CPA. So, hey, you do what you want with that information. But I rent a suite, okay? So if I'm renting a suite, I am a suite owner, okay? If I'm renting it in my personal name, my personal government name, y'all don't need to know that, okay? But let's say my personal government name is on the suite lease, okay? That means if anything goes down in that lease, let's say, God forbid, knock on the woods, it burns up in flames, okay? Burns up in flames, I'm liable, okay? So now they're taking Deanna to court and they're going for everything Deanna has, okay? Everything. We gonna be in bankruptcies for years and years to come, trying to pay back these people for their suite that I done damaged, okay? All right, now, let's say I had an LLC with the state of Texas. Let's say the suite was in the LLC's name. Well, we done burnt up the whole place. They coming for the LLC. They can't come for Deanna because Deanna has nothing to do with this. Deanna has nothing to do with this LLC, okay? So go ahead, sue the LLC for everything you got. Sue them, sue the dirty draws of this LLC. That's fine. I'm just gonna bankrupt the business, dissolve it, and start another one. But hey, you're not coming for my car. You're not coming for my bed, okay? You're not coming for my assets. You're not coming for this lamp. Because Deanna had nothing to do with that. The LLC did. So there's the high level purpose of what an LLC does for you, okay? From the perspective of the IRS. So you hear this term being thrown around, S Corps, right? From the perspective of the IRS, they say, okay, well, you know, I'm not ready yet to own a C Corp, which you're gonna talk about. I have an LLC. Hey IRS, can you please like recognize this LLC as its own business that can be taxable on its own and that I can run payroll from? IRS says, sure. We'll let you take an S Corp election to claim this LLC as its own entity that we will tax on its own. Okay, great, yay. that's when you get all these different tax advantages and strategies. I break them down a lot more in the live. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the tax perspective and like the tax benefits of each of these organizations, go back and watch the live. But for right now, we're just breaking down high level which each one of them is. Okay, so S Corp is basically an LLC, all right, with oh, and let me back up real quick. It's good to know that even though the state recognizes an LLC as its own business, IRS doesn't. And that means that everything the LLC makes, you are held responsible for that amount in the IRS mind. In the IRS, an LLC is just a sole proprietor, which is you, okay? So the IRS is going to tax you for everything your LLC did. Let's fast forward to the conversation about the S Corp, okay? So the S Corp, the IRS says, okay, fine, I'll give you this one. This is a separate entity, okay? That means the IRS allows you and requires you actually to pay yourself a reasonable salary, okay? Now, there are a lot of tax advantages to that because now you're getting paid a salary that's subject to W-2 kind of like taxes, as opposed to paying that same amount of taxes from all of profit. You just pay it from your respective wage that you gave yourself that is reasonable from the IRS perspective. And that's pretty much the major benefit of that, is that it gives you a chance to kind of implement a lot of different tax strategies so that you're taxed at lower rates. It allows you to be able to bring in investors to a certain limit. And that's all we'll touch on for now when it comes to S Corps. Now, let's talk C Corps. Okay, C Corps are the big kahunas. That's when you really doing business, all right? That's when you really doing business. A C Corp is its own baby, its own body, its own entity, okay? It has nothing to do with you. You do not get to benefit from any tax advantages that the C Corp gets to benefit from because it's its own being. It has nothing to do with you anymore other than the fact that you own all the shares in the business until you start giving them mugs away. The good thing about the C Corp is it allows you to have unlimited amount of shareholders. Okay, so if you want to go public, you have to have C Corp or some type of entity. Pretty much gotta have a C Corp. And if you want to just bring in the big venture cap, like C Corp is when you making real money and you're like, all right, this business made $2 million in profit. I'm not about to be taxed off of $2 million. No, sir, no, ma'am. I want to grow this thing to $100 million in valuation and sell it and say goodbye, or take this mug public. Okay, now we're talking C Corp. For more information, hit me up, follow me on IG, catch my lives, you know, where I'll go into it in more detail. But this is for the people that ain't got the time. You don't have the time to be sitting here, hey, you know, so-and-so, hey, thank you for turning into my live. Hey girl, what you gonna do? We ain't got the time for that. So, but if you do, follow me on IG at DeannaTiffanyB_. Yeah. All right, catch y'all later. Make sure to get us a like. I forgot to tell y'all that. Like this. Follow, subscribe, do all the stuff. Okay? Bye.